We here?
Yep, we here.
Where?
Okay, you can start with how to solve a problem right here.
All right.
Juice.
Here?
We go up one more time. All right, Juice, we right here. Thank you, D.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can everybody see the screen fine?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, awesome. All right, let's lock in. Obviously, if you can read, we're gonna be talking about the topic, how to sell the problem. So, for me, I think the biggest contributors to my success when it comes to just door to door, getting customers to trust me, getting customers to want to buy and feel impulse to do it now. It really started with just zoning in on making the problem huge. And if you're in the Queens location, you probably know this by now. You saw me sell at the door. I'm really big on relationship and making the problem as gigantic, as big as possible. And there's a couple of reasons why I do this. By the end of this impact, I hope you guys go to the door and you're comfortable with making the problem huge because through this, you're going to see that people really buy the problem. They don't buy the product, they buy the problem. Juice? So let's read the first thing here. It says people don't buy the solution until they feel the problem. When you sell the problem, the customer sells themselves on the solution. So, big thing right here, right? So, people don't buy the solution. Normally, I wouldn't say normally, but if someone who's new in sales, in door to door, direct marketing, they normally like to go straight into the solution mode. Hey, I'm here, just here to help the environment go green, right? I think that's how some of us was pitching in the beginning, right? However, that's not how you sell, right? That's you being nice, right? We're not in the business to be nice. We're in the business to make sure that the customer gets what they want. And the only way that they're going to get what they want is if we create a problem. Juice for that. So we're going to go to the next slide. So how do we do that? How do we sell the problem? The first thing is number one, we want to identify the pain, right? Identify that pain. How do we do that? Well, let me ask you guys a question. What do you think identifying the pain is? Without reading the slide, of course.
Listening. Gotta listen to whatever their issues are.
Okay, listen to what their issues are. What else?
Look for a pain point, like something that's affected them. Maybe it's previous suppliers or increase in bills or uncontrollable rate, like a pain point.
Juice. Yeah, right. It's almost something like, like you ever hear that expression like a pain in my neck, right? Yeah, it's like sometimes it's not even the customer's not even directly giving you their pain. Sometimes it's what you hear in the area going on in general that you can create a pain point. Juice. So for example, one time I was working an area and I was working a building. In the building, they had a gas issue. Now, customers, two, three customers told me they had a gas issue. So you know what I did? Every door I went to, I talked about the gas issue. Juice. It was even though the customer didn't tell me directly, this is their pain point. I used general information that's going on within the area to create a problem. Got it? So don't let that go over your
Did you
head.
go to the, I forgot to call
Direct
you.
give you the problem.
Did you go to your mailbox? Something's supposed to be sent in the mail for me.
I'm sorry.
Who's that?
Oh, I don't. I think.
Yeah. Let's keep in mind. Let's mute. I don't know who that was, but yeah.
You could have come back with some milk and bread,
Yeah.
or else.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
that's
Miss
for
Cropper.
sure.
Yo,
Yeah,
make
for
me
sure.
get
For
mad.
sure.
Mute
That
that
mute
phone
button.
up.
Yo, Miss Cropper, 2 seconds.
Yo, for sure. Yo, for sure.
The milk and the bread. All right, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's all right. So identify the pain. Point number one is to start with their experience, not your product. So this is the part where we really got to explore. We got to explore. We got to get a little nosy here, right? We got to understand the customer's experience. What experience did they have? Right? 9 times out of 10, most of these areas that we're knocking in, they probably were already pitched before. Doesn't have to necessarily be energy. It could be anything marketable, to be honest, right? Religion, cable, cell phone, energy, hair, right? At the end of the day, everybody's been pitched before. And if you don't think so, you need to go to the door assuming that. If you go to the door with that assumption, naturally, you're going to want to understand what the customer's experience is first before getting into what it is that you guys are selling. Next point is ask. Have you ever noticed, or does it ever bother you when? So again, we're trying to identify that pain point, right? So maybe throwing something out there, I say it's kind of like throwing out bait. Now, have you ever noticed the bill going up and down, right? Or have you ever noticed that in the summertime, you're on vacation, but you still see the bill increase even though you're not home, right? This is throwing a bait. Because what you want is you want them to actually what? Agree. You want them to agree with that problem you just threw out there so that you can create a pain point. Juice, have you ever noticed? Right, D? Have you ever noticed? And some of them be lying. You saw it on the news, right? You ever threw that out? You saw it on the news, right? And they be like, yeah, I saw it on the news. I ain't never seen it on the news not one time. But since you're agreeing with it, it becomes the pain point. Juice, what up? So
Juice.
agree. That is how we create it, right? This is how we get to explore with the customer and create it. All right. The goal. What is the goal? It says make the customer nod before you pitch. This is such a small detail, but it makes all the difference. What do you guys think it means when you can get the customer to nod before even the pitch?
Once you get them to nod,
That's strange. That's strange.
yeah.
One voice.
I can't see nobody, so just one at a time. Sorry to call on you.
Ladies first.
When you get them to nod, it automatically not only puts them in yes mode, but you already opened up their mind for anything to be heard, especially from your voice, because you already initiated that conversation.
Juice, that was B, right? Yeah, good job. Exactly. Not only are you getting them to agree, but you're getting everything to agree. Their mind, their body, their spirit, everything. Right? That nod is good for you to know. It's a key indicator for you to know that they're bought into what you're saying. Juice? So don't let that go over your head. If they do a little nod, it could be one little nod. The fact that they nod means a lot. 1 second, guys. See, when you're working from home, right? All right, so let's go to the next slide. So how to sell the problem. So we talked about making the problem gigantic. Now let's talk about how we're going to agitate that emotion. What does it mean to be agitated? Like, I'm agitated. Let's break that down a little bit.
It's almost like being irritated.
Yeah, it's almost like being irritated. Oh, Juice, what else? Agitate the emotion.
Like frustrated, like something pissing you off, but you can't really get the
Provoke. Juice, I like that. Yeah, it's almost like you just keep picking at it, right? To agitate the emotion. So once you've identified or created the problem, now you're going to keep agitating that emotion. So if you look here, it says, make it personal and real. How do I do that? If you look here, it says most families don't even realize they're paying for something they never use. Right? So this is making it personal and real. Some of us say this line in our pitch, but don't even know why we're saying it. We're just repeating. We don't understand that we're actually making the problem personal and real. We're agitating the emotion. Most families don't even realize. They didn't even know that they was paying for something that they never use. Right? This actually turns awareness into emotional urgency. Juice? Let's go to the next slide. So how do I sell the problem? Let's do it. Number one, we're going to build curiosity. So number one, don't give the answer too soon. All right, sometimes we're too eager to solve the problem. We haven't built enough impulse yet. We need to build curiosity to its peak. Not just a little and then going for the kill. Now you wonder why you got a TPV drop. Why? Because we closed too early. There is a such thing as closing too early, just as well as it is closing too late. We need to build enough curiosity and close at the appropriate time, right? Don't give the answer too soon. Again, we agitate in the problem. Keep them curious. If you look at the next bullet point, says there's actually a reason why that keeps happening, but hardly anyone knows it. Right? So just go and grab a copy of the bill so you and I can look at that together. Juice? This is how we get more bills, right? By building curiosity. People grab bills when they're curious enough to understand what it is that you're talking about.
Juice.
If you're having an issue with grabbing bills, I'm telling you right now, this slide right here alone is going to solve your problem. It just means you're not building enough curiosity. Once you build that curiosity, customers, you ever had a customer tell you, give me a second, let me go grab the bill. They tell you, I'm going to go grab the bill. What does that mean? That means that you did a great job at building curiosity. They're so curious that, you know what, let me do this call to action myself. You ain't got to tell me what to do. I got a bill actually that just came in just now. Matter of fact, come in. Right? You ever got one of those? That means we're doing a good job at building curiosity.
That's my favorite one, E.
That's your favorite one? I know you.
What about, hey, yo, E, what about when they tell you, and if I don't got it?
Say it again.
And if I don't got it?
Don't got what? The bill?
No, like you know, we telling them like to go and check to see if they already up to date. We adding that curiosity that they might already have it.
Mm-hmm.
Now sometimes they'll ask you, wait, so if I don't got it, they be so curious. They want to know if they don't got the clean energy, what that mean?
I'm ABC. I'm like, I mean, look, if you don't got it, matter of fact, let's not jump to any conclusions. Just grab the bill.
Exactly.
Right?
Their
Like,
Always
curiosity
be
so
closing
high, they just be,
ABC.
again, we not giving the answer too soon. Some of us probably would have been straight into breaking down the bill without the bill.
Exactly.
Right? Oh, what if I don't got it? Oh, okay, well then right here, this is your usage. Matter of fact, I got a sample bill. Oh no, don't pull out the sample bill.
Choose.
Don't do the sample. If you do the sample bill, that's it. Your presentation is done. Nothing you say after that is going to be a surprise.
Don't do that, mama.
Right? Don't do that. Don't do that, right? So you got to build curiosity, right? Look, you know what? Look, let's not jump to any conclusions. Let's look at it together. Grab page 2. I'll wait for you right here. You probably got it. I love saying that. You probably already got it. Because now customers want to prove, guess what? I got it.
That's a good one. I'm gonna start using that. You probably already got it.
You probably already got it. Just grab it. Let's look at this together. Because again, they want to prove to you they got it. Juice?
They will be so quick to prove you wrong, but the whole time you be right.
And then what happens? You get the bill and then you start to create what? A problem.
Choose.
You create the problem. Wow.
Choose.
Don't got it. I thought that you would, you know what? It's okay. That's exactly why I'm here.
Yeah.
Juice?
Juice.
All right. So what's our goal? Our goal is to create a natural pull. Keyword here is natural. Right? They'll want to hear a solution. If you can create a natural pull, they'll want to hear a solution. All right. Hint, don't hand it over. Give just enough to build anticipation. Next slide. So this one here is just explaining how we turn problems into personal best. So maybe I can get Jamal. Can you read that right there underneath turning problems into personal best? You got a good voice.
I got you. Turning problem. Okay. So perfect. So turning problems into personal best. When you master selling the problem, you don't just close more accounts. You create more impact. That's what leads to your personal best.
Juice. Thank you. So when you master, I love the way you read. You read very slow, like that. So when you master selling the problem, you don't just close more accounts. You create more impact. That's what leads to your personal best. So what do I mean by that? That's an open-ended question. What do you guys think?
My bad. I'm over
So
here writing out every letter.
You mind asking the question again?
No problem. So I'm basically just asking, what do you think I mean by that when it says, when you master selling the problem, you don't just close more accounts, you create more impact. That's what leads to your personal best.
So I feel like what you mean by that statement is like a person don't just feel like you just sold them something and got them to go green. Like they actually feel like you solved the problem and you made their life better. Like when you left.
Juice.
Yeah, Juice, good job. And if you feel like you improve, if the customer feels like you, Issa, right? The interaction they had with you improve their quality of life. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think that customer is going to do after
That
you?
money gonna stick.
Yo,
They're going to
Juice.
keep it. That's number one. What else?
Not only that, they gonna feed you. Like whatever you want, they gonna give it to you. You want water, you want soda, you want hot
Okay, we
chocolate,
may
you want
get some
hand
free
warmers.
food in there. What's better than that? What's better than eating food?
Approval rating.
Approval
Or a
rating, yes,
That
we said
part.
that too.
A reference to a
Hey,
friend or
Manor.
family
They definitely
member.
not.
Who said
More
that? Who
bills?
said
They
reference?
definitely not
Referrals.
gonna cancel.
Yes,
Yeah,
Reference.
more bills.
referral. If
They
you improve
definitely
my
gonna
quality
keep it.
of
They're not
life,
gonna cancel.
yes. If you improve my quality of life straight off an interaction, I want to tell somebody, yo, this person is good. You ever had a customer that like, yo, look, go down the hall right here or go up the block 2 doors down. Tell her
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna call her and tell you coming, you on your way. You're not
Yep.
just closing sales, you're impacting. You're impacting that area. Juice?
Juice.
But this only happens when you become an expert in turning problems into solutions, right? Well, identifying and creating problems and in solving the customer's issue. Juice. So the connection, it says selling the problem builds trust, trust builds confidence, confidence drives performance. Every personal best starts with mastering how you make the customer, feel understood. Thank you. And this is a challenge. So this is a challenge. You guys can do this. Choose one sentence in your pitch to rework so it focuses on the problem first, then test it in the field this week. All right. So that's just a challenge that you guys can use in the field to improve that. Just like what the other beautiful lady said. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the chat. All right. We can go to the next slide.
Ice break them quick. Mute up. Mute up. If you have some noise in your background, mute. There it is. I think we're all set.
Okay, awesome. So I think I'm at the end of this slide. Do you guys want to do this? I think, we'll move on. Thank you, Dean. So this is the last half of the impact. So we're going to talk about the 11 commandments for door to door. Not 10, 11. Juice? So what do you guys think a commandment is? What is a commandment?
A law.
A law, Juice. Love that.
It's something you live by.
Something you live by.
God said so.
A divine order.
A divine order. Okay. Somebody go to church.
Preach, Mom.
Commandment is God's word. He said so.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. These 11 commandments for door to door specifically is something that is unchangeable. We cannot change it. You cannot add. You cannot subtract to it. It is what it is. Make sense? So in this game, right, we need discipline. That's the biggest thing. Screen one day. Why? Because discipline is divine. Every door is a new beginning. Knock with purpose, leave with pride. So let's go to the next slide. All right, so these are the 11 things that have made me successful. And you can ask anybody on the call that is successful, however you define success. I'm pretty sure that some of these points, or if not most or all, are included in their daily regimen. So if you look at the first one, Ace, can you read the first one?
Knock, don't ring. Always use the universal knock.
Juice.
I don't know if you want to read the parentheses. It's confident, alert, and gets attention.
Yeah.
Juice.
Ace, tell me what does that mean to you?
First, stop ringing the ring cameras, doorbells, none of that, and then also use the universal knock. That's
Let's
that's
go,
just
Ace.
it's just a way for a customer to feel familiar with you. Before they even come and open the door, that knock, it already breeds curiosity because it's like, yo, who would knock my door like that? It's probably not police. It's probably not someone I know, or they might think you somebody you know. It's just to make them curious to want to open the door.
Juice. Yeah, some of us be ringing that, ringing the camera thing. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna cut your LOA for sure.
For
Right?
sure.
If you notice a lot of high rollers and you knock behind them, they are not ringing that ring camera. They're knocking on the door, the
Nada.
window. They'll knock on anything but ring that camera. If
That's
it's
a
the
fact.
last thing, maybe. If it's the last option, the only option, maybe. But for the most part, it's not. Just like that.
Juice.
And it's the
Sometimes the doorbell.
universal knock too. It's not the, the universal knock, right? Dun, 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 dun. You know that one? Yeah, we knocking like that.
You
Juice?
definitely not
Yeah,
pitching to the
sometimes.
ring doorbells either.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But
Stop
that's
listening
what
to the
ends up
ring
happening if
cameras.
you ring it, right? You're gonna end
Yo,
up pitching on the ring camera,
the
looking crazy.
doorbells
Like you're
don't even
talking
be
to
working sometimes. Y'all be pressing the doorbell, nobody hear them. Nope, nobody.
me too.
They be dead at the door.
They be acting like they home whole time they not home. They be acting
Not
like they
home.
not home the whole time they home.
They can do all of that. It's something about when a customer comes to the door and they're face to face with you. It's very hard. It's a lot more difficult for them to reject you face to face. It's easier for me to tell you no through a phone from a window up high on the third floor. But when it's face to face, it's a little bit more difficult, especially if I'm coming with charisma, positive energy, I'm related, I'm listening, I'm calm, I'm in control. It's hard. It's hard to reject someone like that. So if you want a fair chance at closing, make sure you knock the door. Don't ring. Juice?
Juice.
Number 2, always leave information. Even if they don't sign today, they might move forward tomorrow. Right? Always leave a little bit of information. Again, we're not doing a whole pitch. Me, I personally like to leave my phone number, my name. If I feel that, the interaction is, something that I think has a high chance of getting closed. Juice? How many of you guys actually leave information?
Like the website. I
No,
might leave.
okay. The
I might
website.
leave like the utility website, but I try not to leave free black unless they're signing up. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Are you saying to like no customers do we leave information?
So I don't leave the pamphlet because we're a green company and we're not giving out paper. And I tell my customers that, the ones who actually initiate information, like, hey, like, can I get a pamphlet? I tell them, hey, look, we're a green company. We try not to, just give paper out. But here's the website, or here's my, I'll do that. Pamphlet goes to customers who actually enroll.
Juice.
That's juice.
Juice. So we're not wasting our pamphlets. All right, number 3, respect over niceness. You don't have to be nice, just respectful and real.
Preach.
Naturally, we think that we're
That's
gonna
that double R.
more. If the nicer I am, the nicer they're gonna be to me. I'm telling you right now, that's a lie. The nicer you are, the more you're gonna get pushed over, right? I learned that the hard way in door to door. I'm asking, please, may I? It sounded like charity when I was at the door in the beginning, right? But I learned very, very fast that, listen, niceness is not going to get you the bill or get you the deal. It's about being respectful. It's about being assertive, and it's about being real. Exactly. Never know. Please. Hey, please, can you go grab a copy of the bill? No, we don't say that. But we're not saying, yo, go grab a copy of the bill. We're not saying that.
Please, I'll get you a coffee.
Right? Yeah, we had a guy before. He was like, I ain't gonna go through it, but I think he paid some. I don't know what he did or did. Like he ran an errand or something just to get the cell. I'm like, bro, and it came back as a complaint. Like it was so bad.
Oh
So it didn't
wow,
even work.
he paying for the buckets now.
He didn't even. It didn't even work. Right? He
Look
got
them
the
all,
cell, but
please.
then he got a complaint. So did he really get the cell? No, he got a complaint. Right?
Oh my
He got a big
gosh, bro.
complaint. So we never are at the door begging or pleading.
Hey
You know.
yo,
But at the same time, too, we're not being disrespectful. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being assertive. You understand? And I think Ace, covered that. It's going to cover that. But we want to make sure that, you're being respectful. Okay, grab a copy of the bill. I'll wait for you right here.
You don't want to be too cool. They be too cool. They so cool they could tell you no. You're so nice to tell you no.
Yeah. Sometimes it's actually not a good idea to go inside. They invite you out, come inside. They're being nice. So you actually not, okay, no problem. You feeling comfortable. You get too comfortable. You being extra nice, letting them waste your time. All of a sudden, they're telling you a nice no. 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 Right? So we got to know, right? We got to, we want to be respectful and real. Respect over niceness. Next one. Issa, can you read it?
Absolutely. It says, which one am I reading? Okay. Knock until the sun goes down. Hustle lives in the power hour. Winners don't clock out when it gets hard. They choose when others stop.
Yeah, they close when others stop.
They close, I meant. My bad.
Choose. Thank you. So knock until the sun goes down. That's a fact, right? I think one time I heard in my office before, oh, you can't make sales when it gets dark.
knock it till your knuckles bleed.
Nah.
I was one of them.
You was one of them, Issa?
Yeah, I used to hate the nighttime.
I love the nighttime.
So you see, those are two different perspectives. Well, Issa, I'm pretty sure you're not like that anymore.
Knock until you got your first bunion.
What changed your perspective?
What changed my perspective is my team. Just my team giving me that push and just, training, coming in training, working on how to close at nighttime. And it worked for me one day and I seen it and never looked back.
Juice. Yeah, guys, I do want to kind of let you know, like whatever you say aloud becomes your belief. Right? So if you're saying you can't get it done because the sun goes down, people don't answer their doors, your reality is literally going to manifest exactly what you said. And you are not going to get people when the sun goes down. And you'll be wondering, looking around, why the people around you are making sales when the sun goes down. It's
Talk that talk,
their reality is I can make sales. In fact, I make more sales when the sun goes down. Therefore, they manifest that reality for themselves. So what you say really does have power. And this is why this is in the commandments, right? Knock until the sun goes down. Hustle is in the power hour. Power hour is anything after 6:30, 6:30, 7:30. I've seen people break records literally in that amount of time. I've seen people go from a 0 to a straight 6-10 pack in that time. Right? So we got to make sure, right? Not all you got to do in this case, when the sun goes down, is change your introduction. Just change your introduction. If you change your introduction, you'll get more people that want to listen to you. You got to hit them with the, hey, look, I came here earlier, but nobody was home. I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget you. Now it turns into like I'm doing you a favor. It went from I'm just knocking on your door like a weirdo to I actually doing you a favor. I thought about you. I'm considering you. I came here earlier. I was able to help a lot of people. I didn't want you to be the one to miss out. I'm sorry for coming around this time. How you feeling today? How was work? Even better if you get a name at that door. Hey, I spoke to such and such Tony earlier. She told me you'll be back around 7. How was work today? Awesome. Even better if you can even throw a name out there, Juice. But knock until the sun goes down. Next one. Assume the sell or lose the sell.
Juice. It's my favorite.
Do you feel like you gotta be smoother when the sun goes down? Because it feels like it's towards the end of the day. It's like
say it again.
I said, do you feel like you gotta be smoother when the sun goes down? Because it's like towards the end of the day, everybody getting tired and then So you
I
got to
think
solidify the sale.
I
Or
think
not
it's
sale.
not about being smoother. I think is that in that point you got to be a little bit more intentional.
Intentional. Okay. All right.
You want to be
True.
a bit more intentional. Everything you do, say, speak, the way you carry yourself is intentional. It's dark.
Okay.
Even down to what you wear and how you wearing it and walking in what you wear. All of that needs to be intentional. Juice?
True.
All right. So assume the sell or lose the sell. Confidence is contagious. Can't see it with the chat here. DQ, roll it up a little bit. Okay. Confidence is contagious. After today, moving forward, what's the name on the... I'm sorry. Let me read this over. Assume the sell, lose the sell. Confidence is contagious. After today, moving forward, what's the name on the account? What's the best number to send you a copy? So assuming a sell, lose a sell, what does that basically mean? That means that I'm not asking you if you're interested. I'm not asking you, do you want to do this today? I'm going to assume that you want to do this today. And how I assume that is by asking closing questions. Hey, what's your phone number? Right? That after today is big. Because I'm literally telling you that you're going to have this. I'm speaking already in your future. You're going to have this. After today, you're going to have the clean renewable energy with the price protection. Juice? So we're not asking, hey, so would you like the price protection and the clean energy? It's great for the environment. Right? No. We're assuming it. What's your telephone number? After today, by your next billing cycle, this is what you're going to see. We're already speaking future tense. Juice? All right. Next one is never leave the field empty-handed. A no today is a maybe tomorrow. So this is in the commandments because we should never be leaving the door empty-handed. You need to collect something. You need to collect. Of course, we want to have the sale. We want the account. But if I don't leave with the account, I'm collecting something. A bottle of water.
I need that.
A
Look,
leaf.
I'm from around the way. They said we leave with something, right?
Some
You got
advice.
to. I need some candy in the crib or something.
A review. Shoot, we making money off of reviews.
No crumbs. No crumbs.
They telling us so we getting reviews. Just
They say
straight up
25 ahead of reviews.
25 over there for the review.
For real, I need one.
Right? But don't leave the field empty-handed. Leave with something. Juice, gotta leave with something.
Juice, I'm at least take a picture with you so I can show your neighbor.
Juice.
That's slick right there. That's good. That's good. Especially if we hit it off. We had a good conversation. You maybe just didn't qualify. That's all. You was EAP, government to assist. Mind if we taking a picture? You was good. You was great.
Facts. I'm telling you that picture worked.
Beta. That's
that
a
picture worked.
That's fire. So many ways we can go with that. Got the selfie for the bingo, got the selfie for the Jones effect, we got the selfie going on, right? But don't leave that door empty-handed. All right, next one. We're gonna go to connect before you pitch. So don't attack people, ask questions, listen and uncover the real problem. You're not selling, you're solving. I'm gonna repeat that again. You're not selling, you're solving. Before you pitch, connect with people. What does that look like?
Icebreaking.
Mm-hmm. It can mean ice breaking. It can mean probing.
It could mean like finding out what's their problem, so you could give them a right solution for the problem.
Yeah, am I trying to find? I'm going to create the problem. I'm going to tell you what the problem is, and I'm going to get you to agree to that problem. Juice? Because if we leave it, they could tell us, "Oh, I don't have a problem."
Sometimes you could spot out
what problem you have right now.
Like sometimes they will tell you that their whole family got asthma, plus their kids.
Juice. So I'm using that to create that problem. Juice. That's fire.
Juice.
Right? So connect before you pitch, right? And then right off the bat, just because he told me, oh, his whole family got asthma, don't mean that I'm going straight into solving mode either. No, I'm gonna build on that. Remember, we want to agitate the problem. Just what I. So we agitating that problem.
Juice.
Really, your whole family got asthma? No, that's crazy. They right, and then you just start making conversation about it. Oh, my cousin got asthma. I got asthma. Right? You know, be honest, of course. Right? Remember, we want to be real. This is in the commandments. We want to be real. Right? But you want to connect before you pitch. Don't be so quick to solve their problem.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Icebreaker quick.
We solve them, but we're not solving right fast, right? We solve them with the intention to listen and understand the customer so that we can provide the right solution. If we solve too early, we may provide the wrong solution and we can lose the customer. So this is why connecting and listening to the customer is important, because we need to understand everything. Who, what family? Is it your daughter? Is it your mother? Is it which one, right? Because that can hold some valuable information too. Right? So we're not too early, Juice. All right, next one. Don't prejudge. This is a big one. I love this one. Don't prejudge. Knock on every door. The best customer might look like the least likely one. This happens so many times to me in the field, y'all. Like, when we prejudge, we literally are just throwing money on the ground.
This is my favorite one.
This your favorite one? It's my favorite one too. Don't
The
prejudge.
meanest looking people is the nicest people.
Say it again.
The meanest looking people always is the nicest people.
Bro, this just happened last week, literally. Thank you, Asani. Talk about it.
The most hostile ones are the ones that are the sweetest. They come to the door hostile. What do you want? And as soon as you break them down, they're the sweetest. You had the most fun with them. You remember them. They made your day. They made your PMA go up. Right? But don't prejudge. I remember one time I was working with somebody and we was doing a house. We were doing houses basically. And this happened to me twice. So I'm gonna tell you about the big account. The big account one was we were all knocking, we was bunny hopping. It was about like 4 of us on the block. We was bunny hopping houses. And all the houses were up on the curb, but it was this one house that had like a long path. It was a very long path, and it was like in the back. And on the path was like just garbage, trash, like weeds. Like you really could see the path, but you saw the house. So everybody was skipping it. And I'm like, why are y'all skipping it? Right? Like, we ain't going over there. They making jokes. Oh, it's haunted, you know. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go and hit it. Don't you know I end up hitting that house? And that was the landlord for all the other houses that were on that block. He had like 10 bills. He had like 10 bills. But they prejudge. As they prejudge the door, sometimes not the people that we're prejudging. Sometimes we're prejudging the door. We're prejudging the window. Prejudging the car in the front. We're prejudging the fact that the lights are off. We're prejudging that what somebody said at the last door before. Oh, nobody lived there. Right? Sometimes we prejudging off of these things and then we miss our opportunity. We don't want to miss our opportunity. Don't prejudge. Knock on every door. I'm going to tell you what my old manager used to tell me. If it has a post, you pitch it. If it's a door, you knock it. I don't know about you guys, but I even feel a way. If I feel like, dang, I got to finish the block. I don't care if the van is there, but I feel like, dang, I got to finish the block. I got to finish the building because it's going to bother me all day that I ain't knocked this door. Right? So don't prejudge. Knock everything. Juice?
Juice.
All right. Next one is, if the door opens, keep talking. If they still listening, they still deciding. Keep feeding them value. New info sparks new decisions. This is the big one. If the door opens, keep talking. The door open is I'm telling you, they're waiting. They're waiting for you to say something to get them interested. Okay, so that's key. That's a good buy-in sign there. Next one is be the first, be the best. That just means sense of urgency, guys. Getting on the field early. When you get on the field, on the block, there are going to be sometimes other ESCOs on your block, other solar companies on your block knocking. You know, in certain events, you may have to, you know, switch off to a different story. But for the most part, if you get there early, you'll be the first one to close, and that won't be an issue for you.
Juice.
So let's get to it early. Last one is we eat what we kill. No, so no shortcuts. The effort you put in today feeds your success tomorrow. So if you left the field on a 0, you starved for the day. I don't know about you guys. I hate being hungry. So what we eat, what we kill today, our cells today matter, right? It's no excuses. You should at least get one person to like you. If you can't get one person to like you, you better be going back to the office the next morning, the first one there to practice. You have to. One person, even with just the numbers alone, even no skill. If we look at the law of average, it requires literally not much skill, just numbers. If you just work off the numbers alone, you can get at least one person to say yes. You guarantee one ace a day.
Agreed.
Juice.
So if we working hard, yeah, you're gonna find one person that's like, okay, whatever, cool, let's do it. Juice. These are the 11 commandments here, guys. This is every rep lives by. Make sure that we are following these commandments. Remember, don't add, don't subtract to it. Let's make sure that we are practicing in the field, and let's hold each other accountable. When we see somebody breaking the commandment, we should, check them. We should check them a little bit, right? In a respectful way, right?
Yeah, we gotta make sure you breaking that command. Hold on, I gotta connect you real quick.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you.
Have a great one.
Thank you, E.
Get it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Juice.
Clap it up for Isani. Let's go. Let's go.
Not the little one.
Let's go.
That's my more voice.
Commandments. I always love when she touches on that piece right there, and also going into that impact, fire impact. So you guys, again, every facilitator is running their business at a high level. Definitely want to pay attention to what they're saying and the impacts that they're running. So let's get 2 takeaways, and we'll move right along. 2 takeaways. Let's go. I'll let Isani pick the people taking what the 2 takeaways. Isani, you pick up. And just because they got their hand raised don't mean nothing. Pick anyone. With a camera on. And camera off. We seeing who you guys are, but camera on, pick them.
You should pick someone with the cameras off. Come on.
Man, that's gonna be a waste of time.
Okay. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Mr. Green from Philly. And I got
Chris.
Choose. I get one more.
We'll give you some time, but let's go, Chris, first.
Okay.
Oh. You on mute, Chris?
Let's go, big dog.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. The thing that stuck out to me the most was when you said you asked the customer, have you ever noticed you can go on vacation and come back and your bill's gone up when you're not even there? That actually was a really fire question to ask people, and I think that actually is something that I will definitely probably use, because I've actually had people complain about that to me. So it is something that people are affected by, and it's not something that like only happens here or there. You know what I mean? It's happening more or less more times than not. A lot of people are experiencing that kind of thing.
Juice.
Dog.
Juice. I'm
Yeah, I like
curious,
that.
Mr. Green, how would you solve that problem? Which feature would you use to solve that problem? If they agree with you and you get them to agree to that problem, which feature would you use?
I feel like that would be identifying the pain from the beginning, but you would agitate the emotion by continuing to build on whatever that they are, as far as the bill, like whether it's the high price or whatever it is in regards to that, you would just build off of that and continue.
Yeah, I was asking what feature though. What feature would you use to solve that problem? What would be the correct feature? Issa, I'm gonna let Issa help you out.
Let's go, Issa.
Issa on mute though.
Yeah, you on mute.
He about to
All
unmute.
right.
He about to unmute.
Y'all can hear me?
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Look
Alright,
at you
cool.
chilling.
Alright, cool. I was raising my hand for my feedback on something else, but you want me to aid Chris, right?
Yeah, I wanted you to answer it.
What was the question? If you don't mind saying it one more time.
What is the correct feature? So he actually had a great takeaway. He talked about just when putting that problem out there, like, hey, look, I know you notice when you go on vacation, you come back, your bill is still high, even though you weren't here utilizing the electricity, right?
Mhm.
And then you get them to agree to that problem, like, yeah, exactly, that's exactly what. Then which feature would you now use to solve their problem?
With that, I'll give them the price protection. You need more control over
There
your
you
bill.
go. There you go.
You
Talk to him.
you need some control over your bill. Your bill is a fluctuating. Go ahead and get you a fixed rate just so you got predicted a little better. It's not guaranteeing you no savings, but it's definitely gonna guarantee you a peace of mind.
Jules, I love that. I love how
I
you
love it
said
right there.
feature with the benefit. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, good. I just wanted to know because, again, remember, if we're going to identify the pain point or create these problems, we got to make sure that we're applying the correct solution. Juice? Let's go hand in hand. Great job. All right. And then my next, I guess, Issa, you can go. What's your takeaway?
My favorite one, my biggest takeaway was don't judge. Like basically when you were saying like don't judge the customer, because it's really the opposite. Like the main people be the apples, and the ones that you think is nice be the jokers. Like so, like that was like my biggest takeaway for real. When you out there on the field, is don't judge a book by its cover. Knock every door. I don't care if the apartment look like it's abandoned. Clean bills be in there, man. So yeah, and you may be talking to somebody that come to the door, they smiling with you, they nice, and you like, oh, this person is a nice person. Or you about to close them, and then they just get on joker time with you. And then the person that comes out looking mean, you thinking that damn, this person, he don't want to talk, he like a gangster or something. And he an apple, he pay all the bills, and he go get the soul. That was my biggest takeaway from it. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Juice. Juice. All right, thank you.
All right, those are the two takeaways we got. Let's clap it up and sign it one more time. Two takeaways. That's it.
Y'all could take one more takeaway, right?
One more takeaway. All right, just because
Big dog right here. I got a big dog right